tons of hate for posting this. I know I'm gonna get tons of people telling me to take this video down. It's come to a point where I do not have a choice in this matter because it's affecting my job. Because my ex-boyfriend Adam, you guys know Adam, decided to start messaging brands saying lies about me, and it's gone to a point where it's going to mess with potentially my sponsorships in the future, brands I want to work with, things like that, and affecting my job for no reason and no fault of my own. Ugh, that was a lot to say. Okay. Well, things got so bad last night that the cops had to escort him out. He was begging for the cops to try to kick him out of my apartment. That's how bad things got, just from the get-go. This is how the story ends, is the cops telling him to leave, and then him trying to do some stuff online to make it seem like, you know, something else. And we were fine. We've had a couple fights here and there, but we're never apart for 24 hours at all. And it only started to get progressively worse because I was stressed out and more argumentative when I started to feel the stress of having to move. Now, full disclosure, I will probably make a storytime video on this once I move, if I can. But I don't feel safe in this apartment by myself, which is a big stressor for me too, because I've had a man playing with himself outside my window anytime I'm alone at nighttime. And I really liked him a lot. I liked him a lot. I didn't know that much. We talked for a week before we met. I didn't know that much about him, and I guess I really didn't know anything about him technically. But he just seemed so sweet and so kind of forceful in a good way, you know? But there was always something a little bit off because he never told me at first. He even let us get involved before he even told me why his life wasn't as put together as other people our age, I guess. And it's because he's a felon. We had a great relationship. I mean, you guys saw the Q&A and the get ready with the pumpkin patch date and everything. I loved him more than I've ever loved someone in my entire life. I've had a lot of long-term relationships, 3 years, a year. I don't know how long Adam and I were together. Daniel and I were together. We lived together for 5 years, probably together for 3 of it. I've had a lot of serious relationships, but I've never felt the way I felt about Adam. And I thought he was the one. And he kept telling me that in August he's gonna propose and we're just gonna spend our lives together. And the only thing I've ever wanted in my entire life is to get married. And every time I've been proposed to, I never took it seriously with anyone else because it didn't feel right. Because he's a felon, I had to put all the financial response. I was already taking care of us financially. When he moved in, I already took care of us financially. I already paid every single bill by myself. I said he could move in and not have to pay any bills, but he offered to pay bills, and I was like, that would actually be amazing. He told me all the time. Even yesterday when he came over and literally wouldn't leave my house, he told me that I got fat and no one's gonna want me, that I'm a piggy and stuff.
Look at that dress.
I don't have a muffin top.
That's a bullshit ass lie.
I don't have a muffin top.
All this is fucking fat on you.
Like, you're not fat.
I know I am, that's the thing. I don't fucking deny it. I don't starve myself because I'm not a dumb bitch that fucking thinks that some person's gonna want me.
Who said anything about starving myself? You just called me fat. Do you think I'm starving?
You starve yourself all the time because you fucking have such a poor self-image.
Because you certainly help that. That he was talking to this girl. This girl, Erica, with a K. Who spells it with a K? That's so weird. I've never even seen that. It's like a thing. I thought it was like always with a C. I don't know. Making moves on him. Literally me laying in bed with him at like 7 in the morning before he goes to work. Her sitting, little heart, I just want you to know that. And then I'm like, what the fuck is this? I start something like, what the fuck is this? First thing in the morning, what is this? He's like, well, we know we broke up. She's allowed to make moves on me. That soon? She's gonna make moves on you that soon? Are you gonna sit here and tell me that you haven't been flirting with her or she hasn't started flirting with you? I really think what broke the camel's back in the situation is her up his butt, flirting with him while we're having problems. She literally was trying to ruin this for us. And this girl is so perfectly happy with like, you don't want him? Why can't I have him? Blah, 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 blah. On the sidelines, like, oh, if you want him, go get him. I'm just gonna be on the side, like, waiting for him. He wants me more, blah, 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 blah. Disgusting. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You're literally okay with me sleeping with him and then him sleeping with you directly after. Like, are you kidding me? It's disgusting. For people who aren't even dating, she sure is willing to put up with a lot of this drama. She is sure willing, yeah, to text me to message me right now with all this shit. So Erica, fuck you. Got it? Fuck you. You think you're innocent in all this, moving in on someone's man directly afterwards? Yeah, is it Adam's fault too? Absolutely. Are you kidding me? Absolutely. Both of them are dirty in this. And she still wants him. But I won't allow it. It's wrong. It's just wrong. I'm not supposed to care. I'm not supposed to care, right? I don't care. I don't care who he's with as long as it's not her. Plain and simple. She's slimy, she's dirty, so is he. But does it make it right for her to just keep telling me that I'm mentally ill, blah, 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 blah? I told her to not associate with him. I told her that he was messaging brands and not to be associated with him. I told her to stay away from him a million times. Stubborn. Won't. It's okay with being on the sidelines and just... Even if he was still sleeping with me today, she probably wouldn't care. It's gross.